Hello, my name is Rafał Detz. At SaMASZ, I work in the service department. Today, I am going to present to you the MRG 900 hay merger. I will start with attaching of the rake to the tractor, and then I will move on to discuss the technical aspects and the principles of operating the machine. The first stage of hitching up the machine is to hook it up to the tractor's lower links. The next step is to connect the hydraulic, air brake, and electrical lines. The hydraulic lines must be led to one section of the tractor. For the electrical system, the lines are connected directly to the tractor's battery. The kit supplied with the machine includes a pair of cables with an electrical socket and connectors to connect them to the battery terminals. Before starting work, check and adjust the length of the articulated telescopic PTO shaft fitted between the tractor and the machine. It is likely that the shaft received from the factory will be too long when the rake is first put into operation. The measurement is taken as close as possible to the tractor position of the rake. The desired distance is measured between the PTO shaft of the tractor and the shaft of the rake. Shortening the shaft has an important influence on the rake's performance, as working with a shaft that is too long carries the risk of damaging the machine, the shaft, and even the tractor. Once the shaft has been cut to the size and the shaft has been hitched, the support foot is raised. The MRG 900 hay merger should be laid out on level ground. Laying the machine out on sloping ground may damage the cylinder or other machine components. The hay merger has its own hydraulic system, designed to transmit the drive to the working units, such as pickups and conveyors. The other hydraulic functions responsible for the machine's movements are operated via the tractor's hydraulic system. All control is carried out via a functional and intuitive control panel. The hay merger is equipped with hydraulic cylinders that fold the rake for transport to the headland position and to move the working systems. The MRG is equipped with a modular block which, by means of solenoid valves, allows all hydraulic functions to be operated. The machine is controlled exclusively via the tractor's control panel. Among the basic hydraulic functions worth noting, I would include folding and unfolding the working units into the transport position, lifting them into the headland position, extending the working units, adjusting the hydropneumatic relief, or even opening and closing the transport latch. All settings of the module block are adjusted at the factory and then sealed. Changing the settings of individual valves can result in incorrect operation or damage to the machine. The block also has diagnostic connections for service purposes. The hay merger is equipped with hydropneumatic relief, the purpose of which is to reduce the ground pressure of the machine. The multiplier driving the hydraulic pumps operates in an oil bath. 80W90 grade oil is used in the multiplier. We recommend that the oil should be changed first, after 50 hours of operation. Subsequent changes are carried out, either after every 500 hours or once a year. Among the many components of the swath conveyor belt, the most noteworthy are the screws with which the belt tension is adjusted, and the tie wire, which facilitates its removal. The MRG 900 has many moving parts, joints that require periodic lubrication. Each lubrication point on the machine has been marked with a grease sticker. Before starting work, check the oil level in the tank. The correct level is shown by the black line on the column indicator. If the oil level is low, it must be topped up. Add Hydrol Premium LHV 46 until the oil level in the tank reaches the level indicated by the black line. As far as advantages of the MRG 900 hay merger are concerned, a significant design solution is the implementation of gears mounted on the hitch with a set of pumps. This results in an extremely favorable rake steering angle of up to plus or minus 90 degrees, with the drive shaft angle remaining unchanged.
Donoszący nawet do plus minus 90 stopni przy niezmienionym kącie wału napędowego.
Belt rakes have a wide range of applications in green fodder raking. It is important to consider ground conditions and the abundance of fodder to be raked when selecting the driving speed and the speed settings of the pickup and conveyor belts.
Zastane warunki gruntowe oraz zasobność zgrabianych zbiorów.
The raking height can be adjusted by changing the position of the rollers or pickup shoes. To do so, the locking screw must be loosened, and the desired position of the carriage is achieved by turning the adjusting screw.
Przekręcenie śruby regulacyjnej.
The position of the packer roller in relation to the pickup depends on the type of material to be raked. It is adjusted by changing two parameters: the height setting and the angle of inclination. An additional feature of the roller is its cushioning, which ensures a smooth flow of material. The rake has a pneumatic braking system. Furthermore, the brake can be applied mechanically by means of a crank. When deciding to purchase the machine, it is worth noting the optional components offered by SaMASZ. The rake can be additionally equipped with sliding discs in place of rollers, as well as expanding the machine's range of use with LED work lights.
Istnieje również możliwość wzbogacenia sprzętu maszyny o oświetlenie robocze LED.
This concludes the presentation of the MRG hay merger. I will now move on to discuss proper connection of the machine control panel. The connection of the rake panel should be done in the following order. We connect all electrical connectors between the control unit and the machine, and then the power plug to the electrical socket. Reversing the order of connection of the control panel is not acceptable, as it could damage the control unit. Once the connection procedure has been successfully completed and the control panel has been activated, you will find that all valves in the system are blocked. The purpose of this is to protect the machine from any accidental movement. A padlock icon is displayed on the control panel. By holding down the unlock button, the machine is started. The panel displays the main window containing the functions for operating the belt rake. We have the following options: raising and lowering it to and from the transport position, activating and deactivating the headland position, the function of moving the working units, or selecting the desired swath placement. Stop button stops all the valves, thus blocking the machine. Activating the various buttons available for selection takes us to the modules responsible for starting the machine, modifying the parameters of the working units, and configuring the rake's settings. By going to the Settings function, we have the possibility to adjust the speed of the belts and pickups, as well as to set the target value of hydropneumatic suspension. It is worth mentioning that the control unit of the machine offers the possibility to activate automatic stopping of the belts and pickups in the headland position. Being familiar with the issues I have discussed, we can start working with the MRG 2900 belt rake.
Włączamy sekcję hydrauliki ciągnika na stały przepływ. Uruchamiamy wał WOM i dotąd zwiększamy obroty, dopóki na wale wychodzącym z ciągnika uzyskamy prędkość 540 obrotów na minutę. Kolejną czynnością jest wybór pożądanego sposobu zgrabiania pokosu.
Press the Start button on the control panel and then set the target values for the operating parameters, such as the speed of the pickups and conveyors and the relief value. Remember to clean the rake thoroughly after finishing work. Reliable maintenance of the machine is key to a long life. And that would conclude our presentation. Thank you for your time. Don't forget the most important thing, to read the operating instructions before starting work. See you.